I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly. We are back with another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out the channel. If you are new here and you are into true crime stories, political news, and all of that good stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I guarantee you, you will enjoy your time here, and I would very much appreciate you. And if you are a returning listener or subscriber, thank you, as always, for being a friend, guys. That really does mean so much to me, and I appreciate you all as well. So, welcome to another episode, guys, of Twitter Tuesdays. We're back once again. So, if you are new to the channel, this is a little segment we like to get into where we take all of the most debaucherous, all of the most woke, the most ridiculous items from Twitter, my specific timeline to be exact, and we're gonna get into them, guys. And we discuss, we laugh, we cry, we do it all. So get ready, buckle up your seatbelts, hold on to your butts, whatever you gotta do, do it. Give the video a like, give the video a comment. It really does help me out in the long run, guys, and I very much appreciate you. And go ahead and follow me on Twitter while you're at it. You can get a preview of what's to come if you follow me on Twitter. So let's get into it, guys. We're going to start off this Twitter Tuesday, like we did last Twitter Tuesday, with a song, because I feel that is such a beautiful and such an inspiring way to start off Twitter Tuesday. So let's get into this week's song without any further ado, guys. And this comes from a young man. Let's see what he's all about.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines, help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant.
No, we won't.
We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes? Promise us, please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease.
Ooh,
Dr.
rough.
Fauci, don't forget me.
Wow, so brave and beautiful and inspiring, guys. I mean, if you don't recognize talent when you see it in that young man right there, I mean, with the mask on and all, how wonderful. Just truly beautiful and brave. So yeah, this is, I think, is an older video, but you know what they say, guys, an oldie but goodie. So just, everyone just appreciate and enjoy the work that we do here on this channel and the songs that we bring to inspire the masses. Okay, just enjoy, sit back, relax. So let's get into our next thing, guys. This might bring your heart rate right back up right after this young man has lulled us all into a sweet, sweet slumber. Well, this wildebeest here is enough to drag you out of that slumber and slap you right across the face with her stupidity. So let's see what this person has to say. Let me make her big screen, 'cause she deserves it.
It's truly amazing to me how fast the narrative changes. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. White women are one of the most dangerous groups in the United States.
Yeah, that's right. You better watch your backs, everyone out there, because white women, me, yeah, that's right, me, I am part of the most dangerous group of people in the country, guys. So you better watch out. Watch your backs if you know what's good for you, because the white women, we're coming and we're dangerous, okay? Get ready.
And abroad. At this point, we've pretty much all seen the video of the city bike incident between the black guy and the white woman. The black guy claimed that he bought the bike. The white woman claimed that she bought the bike. It was a tug of war match. But notice how white people were laying in wait for some little nugget of information that was going to absolve this white woman.
We were laying in wait. We were literally with bated breath. We were waiting to absolve this white woman of any guilt, even though there was none to begin with. I mean, we just could not wait. We were like foaming at the mouth for these receipts that she promptly brought, so we could hold them up and say, ha ha, you see here, we are right, and we are saving our white women so that we can go on to do more dangerous things to you people. Yeah, that's what happened, guys, if y'all didn't know.
Of taking accountability for the harm that she put these boys in. Whiteness is a cult, and they will always come to the defense of their cult members.
Did y'all know that too? It's a cult, guys. I'm part of a dangerous cult. Watch your backs.
This evidence that people are now getting on here to push to say that this white woman is innocent actually doesn't prove anything at all. But it does prove the lengths that some of y'all will go to protect white women. It's wild to me how people still see black people as one of the most violent groups, when actually the most violent among us has the inability to hold their community members accountable for the ways in which they harm other people.
Wow.
You know who you are.
You know who you that face at the end, you know who you are. So guys, what do y'all think? I mean, does this ring true to any of you white folk out there who might be listening to this video? Are you triggered by this? Do you feel some type of way about this woman? She's got us, guys. She's got us pinned down. It's so ridiculous and laughable, the mental gymnastics that it must have taken this woman to get to this conclusion that she's gotten. I love the fact this is on repeat, this face. I mean, it should be a GIF, really. It should be. I might make it into one. I don't know. But I would love to know, what are you guys' thoughts? Is whiteness a cult? I mean, are we not allowed? And I mean this in the most sincere way. Like, every other group is allowed to have racial identity and allowed to be proud of who they are and their race, right? Okay, so some people try to say that, like, whiteness is not a race. Whiteness is like a social contract. All this bullshit. And it's so demeaning and so, like, dehumanizing to me that it's insane how you can go from being a victim of white supremacy to then saying that whiteness is not a thing and it's not a real race. So, like, pick a lane and make it make sense to me, because it just doesn't. And for the life of me, I will never understand. And maybe this is my quote-unquote white privilege, which I don't really believe in at all. I mean, I think that, like, we have American privilege. I've said that before. I think that anyone who's living in America today has what's called American privilege, and we're better off than any other people out there living on this on this planet. In this country, we have it better than everyone. I don't care what color you are. You can go to any other country. If you're Asian, go to China. If you're black, go to Africa. If you're white, go to Europe. I guarantee you have it better here. Even though this country is a hot ass mess and we are a hot, beautiful disaster, we still have more freedoms than anyone else, anywhere else in the world, okay? So I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of being, like, you know, demonized when, like, I feel like, I don't know, I just, this really offends me, because I am the type of person who is so, like, against this type of racism when it comes to any other group, any other race. Like, I don't stand for it at all. So why should I sit here and take it from other people when I do not have that sort of hate in my heart towards anyone else? And the answer is I shouldn't, and no one else should have to either. I'm not going to be punished for the sins of people who came before me, or somebody who might have wronged somebody else, and so they take it out on me. Okay, I don't do that to anyone else, and I'm not going to have it done to me, and I don't think anybody should stand for that. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's hateful. So what do you guys think, guys? I just thought this video, you know, it wasn't triggering in the fact that, like, you know, I felt like, you know, like I felt like she was speaking towards me, or I felt like I related to it in any way. I felt just more like disgusted by the amount of hate and the amount of, like, you know, discrimination that some black people feel towards white people. It really does hurt me, and it really does make me sad, because I don't think that that should be allowed. I don't think that that should be, I don't think that that should be something that we perpetuate in our culture. And it's being done through propaganda and through social media on a daily basis. We're inundated with all of this anti-white sentiments and people who say that it's okay to hate against white people just based on the color of their skin and the sins of their ancestors or whoever. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on to a little equity, okay? We have this woman here, okay, who is practicing equity all on her lonesome self, okay? In the UK, we have 2 London police officers were unable to stop one woman on the street. And it's not even that big. This is Ice Spice? Who is this? What's going on? Ice Spice, is that you? So we have a woman cop and a man cop who looks like a manlet. He's very short. I mean, this woman's not even that big in stature. Like, she's a little bit, you know, I don't know, she's a little big, but like, it's not like she's Joanna Man. So let's see what happens here.
Let go because you know what the hurry is.
Film this. Oh my god! And then you don't even run. And you see, this is why, guys. This is why cops need to carry guns, and they need to be able to use them. Like, what the hell? She's literally assaulting 2 police officers. And they just, like, let her, like, she just runs up. She didn't even run fast. That was like a trot. And they just were like, okay, well, she got us, I guess. We'll get her next time. And y'all have a car. Don't get in the car like run after her. Ridiculous.
Oh, man.
Let go because you know what the hurry is.
Oh, yikes. Okay, that's so sad. So sad to see. Oh, Ice Spice. I thought you were better than that, girl. What's going on with you? You've been going through it or what? I don't know. Was that Ice Spice? Y'all let me know. This next video we're gonna get into has some a little bit of everything, guys. Something for everybody in the family. Okay, we have a gender discussion. We have campus shenanigans. We have the white male patriarchy versus the shrill feminists and gay crowd here. So let's see what they're going to talk about. So these people were triggered, and over what? Well, the statement that there are only 2 genders, of course. This is the most triggering thing one could say.
Genders. It was pretty activating and upsetting not knowing the context. We thought it was sort of a statement that was...
Not knowing the context of there are only 2 genders? What? But does that need context? There are only 2 genders. Like, what? Oh my god.
Being made, but not a thought exercise necessarily.
Would you like to see how the game is played?
No. I think we understand.
Is it something
that.
that should be
We just want to think what we think, and then we're just going to say you're wrong, and then we're not going to really participate in your thought expert.
So,
What does it look like to see like
community.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white men with a sign that says there's only 2 genders? You could have been like the...
Is this white man telling these other 5 white men that they are doing a white man patriarchy? The hypocrisy.
Westboro Baptist Church for all.
What is white? Why did you identify us on the basis of our race?
Well, are you the best people to be hosting
man's obviously
that dialogue? Kind of like the activating, triggering aspect of it all.
So you think that it's morally acceptable to identify people on the basis of their race?
It's not a moral question. It's a matter of like the fact that
It's just about power and privilege.
Well, how do you know we're not queer?
Oh,
That's true. I don't know, but we're also just worried about the harm being done to passersby.
What is the harm?
this man is obviously a queer black woman. What is wrong with you people confronting this beautiful queen?
There are people who went home because it was so triggering and activating. There are real people who are really hurt by the statement.
What were they hurt about?
Because that's not how they identify, and so it seems like a really triggering statement to just say there are 2 genders.
Are you curious about like what we're bringing to you at all, or do you have?
I'm thinking about. I'm extremely curious, and I'm extremely respectful. I genuinely respect the fact that you came as opposed to 7 or 8 of you giving me the middle finger and saying fuck you to me.
Oh, I don't know who. I certainly didn't scream at you from the rooftop. Did any of you guys scream?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So you guys were screaming and yelling fuck you to me and giving me the finger.
You're just saying, please go away. You're not welcome.
No, I said fuck you.
Okay.
So we're just sort of here to sort of advocate and elevate who might be harmed by a statement like
What do you mean by harmed?
harmed.
Yeah.
Well, people who have been like historically and currently oppressed, right, by dominant systems, patriarchy, whiteness, masculinity, all of the systems that harm people who don't fit within those sort of more rigid.
You're not having like an advocate there as someone that can like be an emotional support or regulation for the people that are potentially harmed or triggered in this conversation.
Did you not just hear me say this is a queer black woman of color? Okay, what is wrong with you white women up here talking about whiteness and everything like that? You're asserting your privileges, okay, Becky's?
Conversation, whether they're participating or not, like that's a potential thing to think about and could be a flaw in the system because you need to have someone to be able to support that emotionally, mentally, and for people's trauma.
Can I put in like my 2 cents as a non-binary person?
I would love to hear other voices if you wanted to say something. Do you think that the people who watch
that
this,
bitch down.
who don't agree with you, as a result of having watched this, will then agree with you?
I'm not asking them to agree with me.
But don't you want to facilitate social change?
I'm asking you to have a different perspective to understand where we're coming from because we're.
Oh, I get it. She's asking you to change your opinion. She doesn't want to have a conversation and come to the best conclusion. She just wants you to conform to her position. I get it. Okay, that makes sense.
We came down here to try and understand where you're coming from.
Did you?
I don't think that anyone.
Did you really though?
To decide if this is.
Okay, but you have to please be honest with me. Is that really why you came down to understand?
Oh yeah, yes.
We were very.
Okay, and what is your understanding of why I'm doing this?
Let's care about how you.
It's the impact.
What I'm sorry, what I haven't heard from you. What is it?
It's not. I just want to tell you, we don't care about your thought experiment. We care about
The impact.
the impact that it's having on.
Okay, so you didn't come down to understand why I'm doing this then.
We came down here to.
Literally talking themselves into complete and utter circles. This is the ridiculousness. Like, just tell me, like, out of one, okay, so it was one man, okay, having a discussion with a group of women, okay, stupid women, might I add. Not even like, you know, because there are women who are adept to be able to have these sorts of conversations, okay? Not many. They're not many, but there are some out there, okay? I would consider myself to be one of them, but I would be on the side of the man, you know, having a conversation with a group of completely irrational people who are just uttering word salad, cannot even explain their points, cannot even explain what it is they're actually trying to say, what it is they're actually meaning with their word salad, okay? They're saying things like people could be hurt, people are triggered, people had to leave. Like, what? For what reason, though? Explain to me the hurt. Explain to me the feelings of triggering by just seeing words. And now I'm hearing like the left trying to turn things around and say that like, oh, if you don't like all this pride stuff, like why not just look the other way? Or you don't have to look at it. You don't have to read it. You don't have to look at the words. Well, no. Because that's not what this is about. Okay. It's about pushing something onto someone else. Okay. If you are being, if the pendulum was swinging the other side and people were finally starting to come to their senses and we didn't have an overwhelming majority of the population pushing this like LGBT narrative and pushing pride on everybody, I don't think you'd find conservatives still out on the streets trying to argue their points and trying to get people to see the reality and the truth of the matter. I think that people would just kind of go back to normal. But that's not what we have, is it? We have a society where people are just using woke words and they don't know what they mean. They make no sense of them. They just say these phrases like white male patriarchy and, you know, asserting your privilege and it's all bullshit. It means nothing. It's meaningless. They can't explain what they mean. They don't even know what they mean. They're like those talking birds. They just repeat everything that you say, okay? They hear something, they repeat it, and they think they sound smart until you question them about it. And then they're like, oh, I guess I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's when it gets real fucking awkward. So, what do y'all think, guys? Let me know. So, if y'all didn't know, The Little Mermaid, guys, it came out. It came out in theaters, and there has been all kinds of issues, guys, with you'll never guess, fights breaking out at the screenings of The Little Mermaid. So let's get into some of these. With children. Movie stars. Kids, I'm sure, are loving their experience. And this one's really great, too. Let's get into this other fight.
I don't care if you bring my motherfucking daughter home. I'm about you how I asked you right. In front of my daughter. How I asked you right, you know? You all disrespectful, you all that bitch. Don't tell me in front of my daughter.
Oh, I need a refund on my ticket. No. We getting a refund because girl, no. We need a refund.
I need a refund. I wasn't there. I mean, I need a refund. I was not even in this theater. But just witnessing this, I need my money back. And I didn't even spend any. So just remember, guys, while we look at things like this happening all across our country, okay, the Spirit Airline fights, the fights in The Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid movie, just remember that white women are the most dangerous group in America, okay? Watch out for us, because a lot of us are packing heat out here. That's how it's done, okay? It's called That's How It's Done. So if you are looking for a new diving board, trick shot, look no further than this man's beautiful technique he has here. I mean, where did you learn that, sir? I just would like to meet you, and I would like to hang out, because that was beautiful. Very good form. I give it a 10. So let's go on to the next thing. I just wanted to show you guys that because I thought that it was important. And let's check in with the climate activists, guys. Y'all know how I get triggered with these people. These people are the worst among us, okay? They're even worse sometimes than the scholars, okay? It's two different scenarios, but I do hate these people with a special passion. So let's see what they're up to now. Oh, they're in a garden. Oh, wow. Okay, so you guys are just ruining everything now. So, okay, let's see. This was in London somewhere. It says save the planet by destroying flowers. Okay, let's see what these idiots are up to.
Oh, no. Oh, for God's sake.
No.
What's the point of this?
Humanity is failing.
Jesus, you're a failure.
Everything that you hold dear.
And how did you get here today?
Everyone is sick of this shit.
The flower gardens that you love. The
And
artwork
all
that
you're
you
doing is
treasure.
ruining them, you
The
brat.
buildings that you adore. Our tradition.
Stop it!
What is the point in a garden if you can't feed yourself?
Shame on you!
What is the point in a garden if you can't eat? What is the point in tradition? What is the point in tradition if society is collapsing around you?
Rubbish!
Our government wants more oil and gas. This is a death sentence for the poorest communities around the world.
You people
This is a
are
genocide. This is a war on the young.
Yes.
Wir haben just a while. We're asking the government to stop licensing fossil fuels.
I don't know who you are, ma'am, but you and the diving board guy, I need to adopt you both as my new grandparents because y'all are both epic, and this is what I like to see right here. You know, just I really would have liked to see you cross this barrier and get a little bit more involved and just like waterboard these people. But I get it. You know, you're a civilized person, so you probably don't want to go that far. But this is what we have to do, guys. You have to meet them where they're at. Meet them where they're at. Remember that, okay?
Which are a death sentence to us all. The Secretary General of the United Nations.
Okay, I just want to know for these climate idiots, okay, these fucking oh my god, these people, they bring so much disdain to my little peaceful soul. What do they get? What are you achieving with this? You are doing more damage to your cause than anything else. You're not going to change anyone's mind doing this. You are radicalizing people against you. And it's ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't even be so anti-climate change and so, like, anti, like, you know, people who don't want to drill oil and all. Like, I would be, like, maybe even open to hearing about it. But now, because of all of you people who want to block traffic, who want to throw fairy dust in the air and do all this stupid shit, I hate you so much that I don't even want to hear your arguments. And I don't care. If anything, it's like, you've almost radicalized me to the point of like, let's kill the planet faster, but not really. You know, I'm being dramatic, but I'm just saying this does nothing for anybody's cause. This does nothing for you except make you a pariah of this society and make you utterly just unlikable and just completely your cause unjustifiable, because you cannot impede on other people in order to achieve your own personal goals. Okay, that's not how society works. You cannot just force your agenda onto people. Okay, you have to win out the population, win out the general public, and implement these things because it is the most popular thing to do. Not because there's 3 of you in all of London who want to come over here and throw orange dust all over everything, fucking tang powder all over everyone, and ruin everyone's day, okay? Because you're going to get a hose in the face if you're anywhere near me.
I said the true criminal radicals are the governments that are still licensing fossil fuels.
More.
That's our government. Our government is causing the death of humanity.
I mean, I just wanted her to do more. I just really needed her to cross that barrier. So, yeah, guys, again, this is how you deal with these people. Here's another way how we deal with them, okay? These are the German police, I believe. And we've seen how U.S. and U.K. cops deal with them. Let's see how the Germans deal with them. We all know the reputation they have, guys. I mean, we know the Germans are up to and what they can get up to. So let's see how they handle these climate retards.
What's up?
Rough them up. Guys, it's so simple. It's really so simple, okay? There's one good thing that the Germans are good at. It is authoritarianism and exerting their police force, okay? Bravo to them. So let's now check in on the hat of America. We're taking it all around the planet, okay? So now we're going to get a statement from the feckless leader of Canada, who is another person that I have a special place in my heart of disdain for, okay? He is Justin Trudeau, and he's probably on the same level. Like, he and the climate activists, both, I would fit them into the same corner of utter contempt. Okay, so let's check in with him and see what he's up to. And yeah, let's get into it, guys. Okay, what's this? Oh, Justin? Is that you? Is that you in blackface? Oh, wait, I think this is the wrong clip, guys. Oh, yeah, this is the wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's the wrong clip. Sorry. False alarm. Here's the right one. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Hang on 1 second. Let me start this over so we can make sure we're...
It's scary.
It's scary. It's scary. I'm scared. I'm scared of everything. You're a pussy. Sorry.
It's scary to see what's happening in the United States. Whether it's 2S LGBTQI plus
Hello?
rights that are constantly being attacked.
How many times do y'all think you practiced that in the mirror? 2SLGBTQ, like, I can't even say it. 2SLGBTQI plus, like, what? When did y'all get the authority to add the 2S in front of this LGB? Hello? Like, what gives you... And Canada's the only people that use this acronym, okay? I have seen them try to make this a thing, and it's just like fetch, okay? It's not happening, Justin.
My government will never let it happen. My government will always stand up unequivocally for women's rights, for 2S LGBTQI plus rights. It's scary to see what's happening.
You know what? You scare me when you wear blackface. Okay, that's what really scares me the most. And you know what else is really scary? Whenever you start unaliving all of your citizens via maid services because they feel that they have no other alternative other than to unalive themselves via public services. And I've done a video about this, guys. I will link it in a card or something in this video. The sickness that is this Canada's program to euthanize their citizens for various reasons. And no reason should ever be good enough for a government to allow this. But Canada does. And he wants to sit up there on his little stool and cry like a sissy boy that he is about Americans when you're killing your citizens up there. So let's get into this man's story here.
Amir Farsood has applied for medically assisted dying, known as MAID. He lives in constant agony due to a back injury, but has started the process for end of life because his rooming house is up for sale and he can't find anywhere else to live that he can afford. He barely survives on Ontario disability support payments, which are just over $1,200 a month. He doesn't want to die, but being homeless is not an option.
I know in my present health condition I would survive it anyway.
Farsood meets the criteria for MAID, physical suffering due to disability that cannot be relieved. His doctor, who knows Farsood's real reason for MAID is his fear of being homeless, signed off on the application in August. Farsood needs a second to do the same. There's a 90-day waiting period. He believes he could potentially access MAID in about a month.
Wow.
I don't wish to be dead. Even with the pain, even with the meds, I still want to be here.
Amir Farsood.
Wow. I mean, what? Literally, the caption of this tweet said it perfectly. What a dystopian nightmare. Okay, and this has been going on for quite some time now, and it's not just for people that have chronic pain, which is a ridiculous reason to do this. Anyways, they're approving this for elderly people. They are encouraging veterans to get this. They are now seeking to approve people with mental disorders to get this. I mean, they are shuffling people into this program as fast as they possibly can. Suicide is now the number 9 leading cause of death in Canada. Okay, and this is 3-year-old data from 2020, from 2019 and 2020. So who even knows what the numbers are at now? So just overall, guys, a very sick and depraved system that's going on in Canada. And Justin Trudeau has the audacity to speak his little dirty mouth about Americans. Okay, why don't you go put on some more blackface, Justin, and worry about your own country and all of the deaths of despair that are going on over there, okay? And let's not focus on America so much when you've got things going on in your neck of the woods, okay? Let's do that. So this is another example where somebody might actually justify MAID, but I would beg to differ. The only thing that I would have to say about this particular video is that we have a very narcissistic and sick woman who is doing something rather cruel. So let's get into this video.
and love Brandon. I mean, who's gonna want to take on somebody who still loves their former husband? But James surpassed all my dreams I had of how a future partner could love Brandon. James has never expressed or shown any jealousy. He's never questioned my unwavering love for Brandon or given pause to the role B plays in our family. Instead, he's accepted Brandon with wide open arms. I've overheard him proudly sharing the story of our family and how Brandon fits in it. With a grateful heart, I have stepped aside as James has insisted on transferring B, picking up his wheelchair, doing the heavy lifting. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and tell the lonely, grieving woman in her early 20s that this story isn't over. That even though you can't fathom what life could be like, I promise it gets better. It gets better. Even though you are wandering in the wilderness and there's wasteland all around you, someday there's going to be a path in that wilderness and a stream in the wasteland. Just hold on.
I'm sorry. Listen, I heard you out, man. I gave you your time. You're sick. You're a sick puppy, okay? The caption, women are beyond evil. I agree. Okay, I agree. What is this? What is this? Okay, I get it. I get it. You married him. That doesn't mean then you go and get remarried, ma'am, okay? And then have your new husband take on the responsibilities of changing your old husband, your disabled husband's shit diapers, okay? That's your job. You were the one who said better, for worse, in sickness and in health. All of that bullshit, all them vows that apparently didn't mean shit to you. You were the one who said them, not this other cucked individual who now gives up the front seat. Or maybe you sit in the back. I don't know. Either way, it's a mess. It's a ridiculous mess. I don't like any part of it. I think it is beyond depraved. And if this happens to you, you either, say, hey, I'm not prepared to take this on, and you move on from the situation and say, like, hey, put him in a home, whatever you got to do, whatever makes you sleep better at night, or you step up to the plate and respect your vows and that you made in sickness and in health, and you take care of the man until he dies. And then you can go and get your rocks off with other strange men and, remarry or whatever it is you got to do. But we're not going to bring in this other guy to come and change your husband's shitty diapers and wipe his mouth. It's not his job, okay? Get it together, ma'am. Please. So let's move on, guys. This is from, do y'all remember the transgender, the woman
Some people
who got shot, tragically? I hate to see loss of life. I don't care who it is. I really don't. Any loss of life is horrible. But this was the woman who, was pretending to be a man who was shot in San Francisco trying to rob a Walgreens, and the security guard who actually shot her was, let go and said, hey, we're not pressing charges on you because this was an instance of self-defense. Well, she had her funeral over, I don't know when this was. This was posted on May 25th. But let's see. Let's check in on the funeral for Banco Brown. Or that's not her real name, but let's check in on this funeral and make sure everyone's doing okay.
Brown of the San Francisco NAACP spoke at today's service, and during his remarks, he made some comments about Banco Brown's upbringing that really appeared to upset some of his family members. An argument then erupted in the pews with some people pointing out and shouting at the Reverend, and then suddenly things escalated.
What's happening?
It's not exactly clear who was involved in the fight, which we'll see in more depth right here. But after a few minutes, emotions did calm down and the service resumed.
Oh my God.
Reverend Brown continued to deliver his remarks, urging peace and unity.
Oh, Lord.
Brown of the San Francisco.
Please, this man's on his phone. Disrespect all over this damn congregation. What is going on, San Francisco? Can we not have a nice funeral? With a beautiful rose arrangement at the front in big letters spelling the fake name of the person, okay? Y'all about to knock this woman out of her damn coffin. Let's get it together, please, and let's try it again, okay? Absolutely not. Ugh, you people. And another ridiculous thing that's happening all throughout our country is something like this, okay? What's going on here?
Room, you feel me? To come to the kitchen.
What?
You
What
feel
is
me?
this?
Got
Is
the
this Cribs? MTV Cribs?
Cuz got the 4-bedroom. You feel me? Cuz got with the kitchen. You feel me? Cuz got the wood grain floor. You feel me? Got the carpet in that bitch. Got the lounge. You feel me? My nigga got the bedroom, the beat it up section. You feel me?
No.
Hey, he got the beat it up. That's his living room. You feel me? To come to the kitchen. You feel me? He got the full setup in this joint. MTV, how I'm living.
So that was MTV Cribs. Okay, I thought so. I saw the nice house and the camera, and I just put 2 and 2 together. So that's how we're living, guys. It's how we're doing it, guys. I don't know where this is, what city this is in, but this is your, average everyday homeless person. Okay, this is what you will see in a homeless encampment. They have nicer things than you, and they're living for free in multi-level tents with wood grain. And, dining room tables, lounges, and a 3-bedroom home on the street, on your taxpayer-funded streets, guys. So, how do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments down below. So we're continuing, guys. We move on. So, this is a story that deeply disturbed me. And I don't know, it's probably not something you've heard about because I had not heard anything about this. And you might ask, well, what is this picture depicting? It looks very odd and creepy and disturbing. Well, these are all gravestones. This is like a mausoleum where you would normally house ashes, right? And these are all torn down or defaced. And you might ask, why? Well, let's refer to this article here. There are drug users smoking dead people's ashes in South Africa. You heard me right. Okay. So it is alleged that Nyopa addicts now substitute rat poison with human ashes. Okay. This is a thing. So have we really reached a point where drug addicts apparently plunder ashes from memorial walls to spice up their hunga, whatever? This has been a rumor following incident of vandalism at the Scottsburg Cemetery in KwaZulu-Natal and cemeteries in Johannesburg. Yet it carries on unabated. From trading highs through injecting themselves with a high user's blood to now smoking the ashes of cremated people, drug addicts might just have started a new trend. Frighteningly, this is not just a scenario from a horror movie. It is now believed and alleged that ashes looted from memorial walls are being used as a mixture to add volume to the street drug Wunga. Nearly 2 years have passed since the Scottsburg Cemetery memorial wall was first vandalized. Wow. I mean, I have no fucking words for this. I mean, oh my God. Like, people have lost their minds. They've lost their humanity. They have lost all sense of decency. I mean, South Africa used to be a proper country, and if you guys wonder, if you guys even like have any doubts as to where we're headed, look no further than South Africa. Okay, we are on the same path. They used to be a proper country. You could say what you want about colonialism. You could say what you want about imperialism. Whatever buzzwords you want to throw out there for me, I don't care. They used to have a functioning society that weren't smoking dead people's ashes, okay? This is absolutely, this is demonic. This is so insanely crazy that I literally had to like fact check and like look this up, and not many places are talking, not many sources were talking about this. This is disgusting. And what's going on in South Africa is a goddamn travesty, okay? And it's not just this. There's so much bad happening in that country. I feel so bad for people who live there. Honest to God. It hurts my whole spirit, guys. It really does. It hurts my soul. And it makes me scared for the future. But before we go, I want to get into a couple of uplifting videos. And this will help to bring everything full circle and help us to all understand that no matter how much bad we see, there are good people in the world, and there's proof of that every single day. You just have to look for it. So let's get into this video. Very wholesome, very heartwarming, very uplifting.
You still got that? You still got your money? $1,500.
$1,500.
It's yours, baby.
it was a little bit more. And so the school got together and we raised the rest of the money. And it's yours.
We love you. We love you. We love you, Chris. We love you.
Oh my stars. There is a God. Oh my stars. Thank you. Thank you all. I thank you all. I thank you all. Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's all the people.
Thank you. Just
There's
let
a
you
lot
know
of
that
love
what
here.
they say about people is not real. It is not real. This here, I never would have dreamt of something like this. This is mind blowing to me.
76,000 miles.
I see this on Instagram and Facebook and internet and be like, oh my God.
So
man.
Little grandma had it.
Megan found it yesterday and she texted me, and it belonged to a girl that we went to church with. And so we called her and worked a deal, and we knew we needed a little bit more money. So
you said the 1,500, and
so we posted on Facebook, hey, we found a car, we need a little bit more money. And everybody chipped
within
in.
minutes.
If y'all was in
yesterday.
my body right now, I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. Like, this gonna be mine.
This is yours. So sweet.
As we're walking up, I'm looking like, oh, this is a nice.
It's yours. Well, let's see you in it. Get in him.
Oh man.
Aww.
Wow.
No, you're never allowed to leave our school now. You know?
So freaking wholesome, guys. We love to see that. And he's right. You know, the internet's not real. All of the horrible videos that we see, all of the horrifying news that we consume on a daily basis, it's not real. I mean, just look at your everyday life. If you have any doubt, interact with people in the real world, and I guarantee you, more often than not, that this is what you find rather than all of the other shit that we watch. This is wholesome. This is so beautiful, for real. And I love to see shit like this. So let's have one more little wholesome moment. And let's get into this one here about a BLM protest and a counter protest that didn't turn out as you might expect. So let's get into this here.
Too black, too strong. Too black, too strong. Too black, too strong. Too black, too strong. All about it.
I can't just sit back and feel this way without trying to change it.
You got the Black Lives Matter and stuff. We all matter, hell. We all on board. Let's go. Give me now, brother. Yes, sir, brother. Thank you. Y'all, brothers, this is how you kick down the wall. This is how you kick down the wall. Yes, sir.
I'm Cody, nice to meet you.
It's time for us to stop this today. No more walls.
Today, we're going to show the rest of the country how we came together.
Everybody get it in here, man. Everybody get it in. Everybody get it in. Everybody get it in. Everybody get it in.
And I thank you so much, as I am so humble that you allowed us to come a long time ago. And that today, I pray again, thank you so much. I pray that everybody makes it. Amen.
I'm not fucking crying. You're crying, okay? Oh my God. Like, y'all, so cute, so wonderful. And this is, like I said, this is, if we just talk to each other, this is what we will find. People they don't want to be against each other. This is all perpetuated through propaganda and media narratives, guys. Just get out there and talk to people in your community. Bridges can be built. People can come together. They want to see us divided so that they can tear us apart and get what it is that they want, which is just power and money. And for the most part, like I said, Americans as a whole, I feel like for the most part are good. We have a lot of bad eggs as well, but there's so much more to the world than, you know, all this negativity that the press tries to feed us every day to keep us down, to keep us depressed, and to keep us in a negative mind frame. Okay, it's easier to divide and conquer when people feel helpless, hopeless, and divided. So, what do you guys think about everything that we watched today? I'm so glad. Those little 2 uplifting videos, it really does. It feels like it washes away all the negativity. But again, we have to show all of these things because it is important to understand what we're up against. But at the end of the day, it's more important to show what it is that can be achieved through just coming together, getting rid of all these hateful and hurtful narratives that they want to see perpetuated, and just, you know, like I said, building those bridges with people in our communities. Let's build instead of destroying for once. My God. What do y'all think? Let me know. Like the video if you liked it. Please leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Do all of the things, guys. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Okay, bye.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.